it needs to do. Just like us. As individuals, there's a particular kind of climate that will work best for us. Have you realized that there are some people who will go to one church and they're not going to do well there. They need to go somewhere else. They actually need to go somewhere else. There are people who do better in churches that are more reserved. They're a little quieter. They don't shout and scream and so on. They're not very expert. That's just how the culture is. There are some people who do well there because of how they are. And then there are some other people, if you put them in that environment, they will either shrivel up and die, or they will shout for glory right in. But that's not the best environment for them. They really would be better if they are around other people who are what? Just like how they are. That's what they need. So there are different kinds of environments. So we speak about the temperature. Pentecostal churches tend to be what kind of temperature? Higher temperature or lower temperature? Yeah, so your biased Pentecostal perspective says higher temperature. That's fine. That's fine. It's supposed to happen. So for example, the more traditional churches, so for example, the Anglican Church, the Roman Catholic Church, the Methodist Church, though the temperature there tends to be what, in your estimation, higher or lower? Not answering? That's all? Everybody's signaling. Everybody's signaling. Okay. So in terms of comparison, the expressiveness, for example, the operation and moving of the Spirit manifest, we see that difference. We see that difference. That's just a reality for us. So a seed needs the right temperature. Just like us as seeds, we need the right place to be in, that we can fulfill our potential. A person can go to one church and be there and not really progress there. And then they come here and then they shoot for this guy. Because this environment is more suited to them. A person may be here and they're not really progressing, then they go to another environment and then they shoot for this guy. Does it mean that we are better than the other church? Not necessarily. It may be so, but not necessarily. Does it mean that the other church is better than us? Not necessarily. It may be so, but it's not necessarily. It probably is that those environments are better suited to those persons. So when a person is not quite connecting and getting progress, that person really needs to consider, do I need to be here? So there's a feeling that you should come here and stay here until you're there. That's a feeling. I think that's a feeling. That may be a kind of traditional view, but the question really is, are you really progressing there? If you're not progressing there, you're just hindering yourself. Now there are some of us who are, because the temperament, steady, stable, loyal, so they go to one place, they work in the same place for 40 years. That's just how they are. It's not that they're not ambitious, that's how they're built. They are loyal to this one place. So, in terms of spirituality, if they are at one place and they're not growing, guess what happens if they remain there? They stay at that same place. They won't grow. If they feel that they can't move, then they're not going to grow. We spoke about the soil. And we spoke about Jesus in Matthew chapter 13 with the parable of the what? The parable of the sower and the seed. Yeah? So the sower, the word sower is an older term. The term today would be what? If you're a sower. A farmer. More like that. Yeah? Sower and the seed. So there were how many soil types? 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4? Yeah, 4 soil types. Can we share what they are? So some fell before that on the wayside, like the road, right? So if we look out the stuff on the driveway is pretty much the same thing that's out on the road. When we think about things growing there, that becomes a little difficult. But do we also recognize that there are grasses that grow in that? Like any little crack, and I find it incredible. You know, you might be home struggling with this one plant, and then you look and you see a little crack in the concrete, or a little crack in the asphalt, and this grass growing through, and you fighting to keep this one plant here. The front edge, right? So some fell along the way, and then some fell on what kind of soil? Stony soil. What was the issue with the stony soil? It was shallow, stony, it couldn't really take root. So because it can't take root, then it can't take anything. So believers, if we are planted in shallow, stony soil, we're not going to be able to take root. So the soil speaks about the environment that we're in. So you speak about the seed being us, and the reference that we use in is the seed being us, but the soil being the church environment that we are in. And so the sower has responsibility for what? The seed or the soil? The soil, that's right. The sower has responsibility. So the church leadership, for example, has responsibility for the environment that we create in the church. So some fell among the way, some fell among stony soil, and then some fell among what? Thorns. And the thorns were referred to as the cares in the world. So when it fell among thorns, what happened to it? When it tried to grow, what happened to it? It was choked. So that environment was not one that was good. So for that reason, we know that the thorns will choke or kill your plant, your grass. So the weed is no good. No good. So when we want to have nice lawn grass and nice plants and so what do? Weed it up. That lady sitting there used to send me outside every Saturday morning to go and weed the yard. I loved it with all my heart. Mom would send me out Saturday morning to weed. I really didn't like it. Really didn't like it. Didn't like it. But it was something that we needed to do. A place that has lots of thorns and cares for the world and the worldly stuff, you can't grow there. Can't grow there. So for the plug-in for us, for the church, how can we then relate an environment that is full of thorns to a church? How can we reconnect those two? What's the environment like? Okay, so it's about the cares of the life, right? This world. So if, for example, in the environment, in the church environment, it's a very worldly environment. It's not focused on or not emphasizing what? Spirituality and God and the things of God, then you're going to have a little problem growing that environment. You have a little problem because not enough emphasis is put on spirituality.